Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever one it happens to be for you. I hope you are doing very well. So we've got some Morgan Gibbs-WHITE news. According to The Athletic, he will be flying out to Portugal with the rest of the team, which is obviously something that's going to put in mind doubts in mind for people who are still hoping that we can get this one over the line. It's interesting that has come out when he said he wanted his future decided by Monday, according to other reports. So again, that kind of goes against what's being said, in that he wants to know what his the outcome will be. So I'm not entirely sure if that means that it has been decided and that he won't be leaving. So as far as I'm concerned, I think that it won't get done now. I had confidence at first, but then I'm getting a bit more doubtful that it will happen. And there's lots of things that have been said. So I have actually done my research and had a little look. And so from my point of view, this is what it is. It's that we did approach Forest because there was reports, and Fabrizio Romano and others said that we actually had approached Forest and spoken to him. That is not the point that they're saying that's illegal. It's the fact that we knew the exact number to give, which means we would have spoken to him before we had approached Nottingham Forest to give that offer. So that's the whole point of where they feel it has been something illegal going on. So I think that's where the problem lies with it. Sorry if it's been a bit jumpy, I don't know what's going on with my internet. But yeah, that's where they feel like the problem lies, is that we approached him illegally when it comes to the actual release clause, because we wouldn't have known that if we had just approached them to start with. That's, I think, what their problem is with it. So yes, we did approach Nottingham Forest before. That was highly reported that we did before we made the offer. We did actually approach them, as we should have done correctly, but it was the fact that we knew beforehand what the exact release clause was that was also the issue. I've looked it up. Nowhere else has it been reported that there was a release clause, so there does appear to be an NDA on it. There was no reports anywhere that I could find stating that this was a thing. Even last year, there was nothing reported about it. I did, like I say, do my research. People comparing it to the Elise deal was slightly different, because Elise actually did sign another contract, which meant that it was null and void with the release clause, which again, Morgan Gibbs-WHITE really wants to. He actually could do that. He could also say that he wants to sign another contract, even though it's been said that they've been trying for a whole year and they wasn't managing to get him to do so. So that's again something that they said they were working on. From what I hear, that on is to get Morgan Gibbs-WHITE to sign another contract. So yeah, there is like lots of different moving pieces to this. Tottenham still maintain, from what I've read, that they have done absolutely nothing wrong, that they have not approached anybody illegally. Then so that means that we don't feel there's no wrongdoing, although we are offering a little bit more money. I think that what's been said is that they want 70 mil. We're offering halfway and saying 65, because we're saying, well, just to get it over the line, fine, have some extra money, because it's been a bit of a dragging on pain otherwise, but they're not going for it, Forest. So they're standing strong on their stance that they will take 70, but that's it. There's also a chance that other clubs can come in. It's been rumoured that City might come back in again for him. And so that's something that could be a possibility and still completely legal to do. I've looked again it all up. That is absolutely able. He's able to do that. If he accepts it, they're able to sell him to another club. So all these things do come into it. And there has been other cases with Liverpool, with Van Dijk. They backed off of him and then went back in for him once they sort of sorted it out, because he was being seen to be tapped up. As I say, the Elise one, same, he was being seen as being tapped up, but Chelsea didn't actually walk away from it. Elise actually made the decision to sign another contract, so it's not really comparable. But there has been other precedents set where, I think it was Manchester United, when Liverpool tried to get, the players that's going out of my head now, but they tried to get somebody and they actually went to court, and Man United got found to be so it was in Man United favour, that their player had a bit of paper saying that he could leave for X amount, and they said that wasn't legal. But again, it's a piece of paper, it's not a contract. So there's all different ways and angles to look at it. And in my honest opinion, as I say, I still don't think we're going to get it over the line now, because if he does fly out and go on pre-season, I think that means that his future has been decided. That doesn't mean that other teams can't come in for him, or he might not stay, and he might stay and go next year, and we could go in for him next year, or someone else could come in for him next year. So it's all a bit up in the air, and quite honestly, I thought that we would get it over the line at one point, but the reports were all coming out saying so. But now him going away to pre-season on Monday will actually make me doubt that. It really will make me doubt that. And even though yesterday he was apparently applauding the fans and it looked like he was saying goodbye, was he though? We don't know. I just think everybody's reading into things like his body language. He looked a bit fed up, or I think he's just fed up about the game. Like, you can't really read too much into it. The clapping, does he normally clap like that? Possibly. We don't know, because we're not in Forest fans, and I've not heard any Forest fans say any different. So I'm not going to read too much into those things until I get another here we go, a real here we go again. I'm really not counting my chickens on that one. I'm really not, especially as the Athletic is quite a reliable source, and if they're saying he's going to go set to go to Portugal, then I'm very much doubting that he is going to come to us if he's going to fly out. Although they can fly back, of course, if they're on pre-season, but I think he wants to know, and if we haven't done so by that point, I think that he is thinking that he's going to stay, because it hasn't been sorted. So yeah, that is the latest news on Morgan Gibbs-White. And as I say, the report is quite a reliable one. So, but let me know what you guys think. Do you think he will still come, or do you think now it's done? Do you think we should just walk away? A lot of people saying if he goes to Portugal, let him go, because obviously it's going to be so tricky to do. We should just move on to another player. So let me know. I'll be really interested to know what you guys think about it all. Please make sure that you take very good care of yourselves, and we'll speak again real soon.